2026 is finally here, and this is the year where people on the online money space, people who came in 2025, young entrepreneurs, people like myself, people like you guys watching the video, you guys are, young adults, young teenagers, you guys are looking to get into online money space, or you guys already are in the online money space, and you've learned the skill throughout 2025. Well, it's a clean slate now. It's 2026, beginning of January, and we're going into a year where it could possibly change your life forever. So, that being said, why not set yourself up with proper goal setting in order to achieve everything you want to achieve this year in this, 2026, this year of growth? Why not set yourself up properly in 2026 for a full year of growth and development and, for making a shit ton of money, bro? This is my second time recording the video. I uploaded the other one, and the other one didn't upload properly, so I'm about to go play golf right now, so I'm re-recording this for you guys. It's a really short video, but I want to talk about how to set your goals for 2026 and how you can make sure that you set these goals right so you can achieve these goals by the time, we're watching this video again in January of 2027. So let's keep it really, really broad. Let's say, I went to the gym this morning and I was thinking like, hey, I want to get into boxing. That's one of my goals for 2026. I want to, become a better boxer and, learn how to learn the skill of boxing to defend myself and maybe, pick it up as a hobby. So I set that broad goal of becoming good at boxing. Right. Anyone can say that. I want to be good at boxing. I want to learn how to cook. I want to learn how to trade in the markets. I want to learn how to do SMMA. I want to learn how to drop ship, open a Shopify store, a clothing brand, whatever. You could set these goals extremely broad that hey, by the time 2026 ends, I want to, learn X skill, or I want to complete X this, right? And it's really easy to say that, but how hard is it, or how easy is it to say it compared to how hard are you willing to actually, work for it? And what are you going to do, through these months to actually achieve that goal of, doing what you want to do, that skill you want to learn, or that skill you want to become, profitable in. And it's so easy just to say you want to do something rather than, setting yourself up right. And the way I, plan myself, and I'm going to be really open with you guys, plan myself for my goals, and I'll tell you guys my goals. One of my goals is to buy a property, about a $20,000 property, and start my real estate business. Take 15 to 20 payouts this year, qualify 5 accounts, sign 40 or it was 30, sign 30 clients before the year 2026 ends. And my last goal was it's a materialistic goal, buy a Cartier Santos for the wrist piece. Those were my goals for 2026. Oh, and become good at boxing, like I said. But for me, it was super easy to jot this down, so I took time about it. And I wrote my long-term goals. Long-term goals are really, really different than your short-term goals, your intraday goals. Long-term goals is, what you want to achieve by the end of 2026, like I said earlier. And your intraday goals are the goals that you're going to do every single month, every single week, every single day to take that extra step forward to actually achieving that long-term goal. So let's say, for the boxing example, I want to become good at boxing. What am I gonna do in order to become good at boxing throughout the year 2026? Well, let's see. January month 1, I'm gonna work specifically on my left-hand jab, right? Left-hand jab. And I'm gonna perfect my left-hand jab, right? That's month 1. Okay, cool. Month 1. Let's say month 2, I wanna work on my right hook, right? So I'm gonna spend the whole month, intertwining my left-hand jab with the right hook, right? And et cetera, et cetera. You go March, April, May, June, July, whatever, and you work on a specific skill that's niche to boxing, that you need in order to become a good boxer, right? Okay, cool. So now I set up my monthly goals that correlate with my long-term goals. From there, I'm going to look at my daily thing. Okay, what do I have to do in a day or in the week to actually, improve my, first month, my left-hand jab, right? So let's say I find a workout routine every day after the gym, or when I have spare time every week to complete, 1 to 2 hours of just straight left-hand jab exercise. And I write down a plan like, okay, Mondays, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to work on, swerving left-hand jab. I'm going to do intertwined movements with my left-hand jab. And you're setting yourself up for that the whole month of January. You're doing all these repetitive exercises. By the time February comes, you're mastered your left hand jab, and then you could proceed onto your right hook. You know what I mean? Now let's say this in a business aspect. Let's say you guys are traders, right? And you guys are freshly new traders, you know nothing about trading. Okay, my goal, realistically with trading, you're not going to become profitable. Everyone knows this. If you're going into the trading space, please listen to me. You will not become profitable within the first year. I promise you. I've seen so many people say that they're going to become profitable. I'm not even profitable yet. Like, I'm not consistent with myself enough to become to say I'm profitable. And I'm telling you guys this because the journey is hard becoming a trader, right? But if you're just starting out in 2026, let's say you want to understand trading by the end of 2026. You want to understand what these vocabulary words mean. You want to understand, why the market moves. So come 2027, you could apply your learning skills from the whole year of 2026 that you learned how to trade into the markets when you begin, to pass evaluations, pass qualified accounts, and start putting to what you learn and apply it onto the actual charts. So let's set this up. You say, January, we learn about liquidity. Now, every single day, you're going to watch a YouTube video about liquidity, and you're going to test yourself on some homework, identifying liquidity, etc. Let's say month 2, you're focusing on fair value gaps and, mixing in with liquidity and etc., etc. You go along the basics, take it really slow and understand it, because the longer you take on learning the basics and learning why the market wants to move, the quicker you guys are going to become profitable, because you're not going to make the stupid mistakes that a lot of traders make. Is that, okay, good, I watched that 2-hour YouTube video on my 100% win strategy rate in the markets, and I hopped on the charts and I just blew $100 worth of evaluation, saving you guys the time. So take the time to properly set your long-term goals, look at the vision of where you want to be in 2026 and think to yourself and ask yourself, what am I going to do in my everyday life, my every weekly life, to make sure I go into the day and make sure I hit every single one of these goals before, the year 2026 ends, to work towards my overall goal. And I think once you sit down and ask yourself what you really want to do, you're going to see if that goal is really for you. You're going to see if that skill is really for you, and it helps you discover yourself as a person, bro. We are in the richest generation of teenagers, and for some reason, there should be no reason why you don't want to improve your own life. There's no reason, or there's no age limit. There's no way you don't want to. You see all these people online, you see people your age making this amount of money, driving their dream cars, taking the most important part, taking care of their families financially. There's no way you guys don't see this and you're like, I'm not motivated enough to take time to myself and set my goals for this year and who I want to become as a person in order to self-improve my own life. It's going to be a battle it's going to be a self-journey battle. You're going to find yourself and you're probably going to fail, bro. And I hope you guys fail, because hitting rock bottom is generally the only way you guys are going to destroy your ego. You guys are going to destroy yourself as a person to finally, be exposed to the real you. You're going to be so defeated that a lot of people fail in this stage. You're going to be so defeated that you want to quit. You want to give up. This isn't for you, and you're not happy with, taking the risk of your skill. You guys have one life, and all it takes is being different. You're not meant to be average, and I believe in every single one of you guys that if you guys just dedicate 1 year of your life into learning a valuable skill and applying yourself in your everyday life and taking those challenges, taking those right hand hooks, taking those jabs, but still getting up every day to say, yo, I'm still standing. You guys can't take me down. No one's going to take me down from achieving these long-term goals, because I have a vision for myself and it's my life. What's the worst that can happen? You fail to learn a skill. You fail to learn a skill that people would never try to take that risk to learn. And you go back to being a normal kid. And you go back to being a normal teenager, living, going to your corporate job, whatever, making 5 figures a month, and that's it. Well, my friend is calling me and my tea time is soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. I hope, you guys found some inspiration in this and some motivation, to set your goals properly and look for the long-term vision. But really focus on the short-term work that you got to do in order to achieve that, your long-term goals. Like I always say in every single video, I believe in every single one of you guys. And I think you guys are all possible. It is all possible for you guys to achieve your dreams. I love and appreciate you guys. Hopefully I can score, I don't even know what they call it, under 130, whatever. And I love and appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day.